Hey guys, tonight we stand at the edge of something sacred, a moment where heaven itself leans so close you can almost hear the whispers of eternity brushing against your soul. You probably won't survive this night unchanged, because what you're about to hear isn't just a message, it's a call, a divine crack in the fabric of your reality. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Let me know where you are and what time it is locally. It helps us connect across time zones and space in this shared sacred moment. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. I am Archangel Michael, speaking directly to you now, my beloved child. The cry you hear is not from a distant place. It echoes through the heavens, passing from realm to realm, seeking you in the quiet spaces of your heart. This cry is a summons to awaken from the shadows of doubt and fear. You trudge through your days weighed down by invisible burdens, unspoken worries, and unseen battles. I see your struggles, the heavy loads you bear in silence, the tears you hide behind forced smiles, the desperate longing for a breakthrough that seems just out of reach. The world tries to convince you that you walk alone, but this is not true. Your path has been guarded since before your first breath, and my sword is raised high in your defense. There are forces aligned against you, weaving webs of confusion and despair, but they shall not prevail. This is a divine interruption in your life, a moment not of chance, but of destiny. The time to listen is now. Historians still argue whether angelic intervention has always been a part of human history, but one thing remains clear. Throughout millennia, divine messengers have called chosen souls to rise above adversity. Remember how the ancient Egyptians believed falcons carried messages between worlds? Your own spiritual falcon is here now, ready to deliver a message of hope and protection. This call is urgent. If you feel that gentle pull in your spirit, that quiet nudge to pay attention, know that it is no accident. The heavens are aligning a breakthrough for you. So listen closely, for your divine restoration is closer than you think. You might be wondering, who is this Michael and why is his cry so desperate? Let me tell you, since the dawn of time, I have stood as the protector of souls, the celestial warrior guarding the gates between light and darkness. I am known as the Archangel Michael, the prince of the heavenly armies, the one who casts down the shadows and shines the sword of truth. When the armies of light march, I lead them. When darkness gathers, I stand firm. You are not just a passerby on this path. You are a chosen participant in a divine drama that stretches across eons. Think of me as your personal guardian, a celestial sentinel watching over the battles that rage unseen. The history books tell stories of my involvement, like the great battle described in ancient texts where I cast the rebellious angels from heaven, a moment that shaped the cosmic order. Scholars debate whether this event was literal or symbolic, but the message remains. I am the protector of order, the vanquisher of chaos. In your life right now, the war is no less real. You face battles that may seem mundane on the surface, but are fierce in the unseen spiritual realm. There are forces, both human and otherworldly, working against your peace and progress. Betrayals hidden behind smiles, doubts planted like seeds of poison, and distractions designed to lead you astray. I am here to say, these are not accidents. They are the fog of war, but you are not without armor. Now, there's a quirky thing you might not know. During the Middle Ages, some believed that carrying a small relic of mine, like a feather or a medallion, would protect them from harm. Others thought my presence was so powerful it could even change the outcome of battles. Whether fact or folklore, these stories reflect humanity's deep yearning for protection and justice. And here's the truth. You carry a spiritual armor far greater than any talisman. Your faith, your courage, your love, they are your shield. I urge you to understand that your challenges are not just trials, but invitations. Invitations to awaken your inner warrior, to step into your divine authority, and to claim the victory that heaven has prepared for you. The cry you hear from me is not one of despair, but of urgency, a call to rise, to believe, and to act. Remember the scholars who argue whether angels intervene daily or only in moments of great need. The answer is both. I am always near, but the moments like this, when I cry out, are rare and sacred. This moment, right now, is one of them. You trudge through the fog of your everyday worries, unaware that the very air around you hums with unseen currents stirred by ancient forces at play. Imagine for a moment a grand cosmic chessboard where each move ripples across dimensions, affecting your life in ways you cannot yet grasp. This is where your story intertwines with the divine narrative. A shocking revelation is about to unfold, one that has been whispered in the celestial courts and now delivered through me, Archangel Michael, as a cry from the depths of heaven. Picture this. Behind your back, a deal, a pact crafted in shadow, has been struck by those who would see you falter. This is no ordinary agreement, but a spiritual entanglement, a binding that could cloud your path if left unchecked. You may feel it as an invisible weight pressing on your chest, or a nagging sense that something is amiss. This sensation is no coincidence. It is the first sign that the divine alert has reached you. Historically, human beings have always been entangled in complex webs of allegiance and betrayal, whether in the courts of kings or in quiet villages. One fascinating and lesser-known detail: some cultures used to read animal entrails, haruspicy, to foresee such hidden deals and alliances. While historians debate the accuracy of these practices, they underscore a universal truth: the unseen influences in your life deserve attention. Right now, your intuition is your greatest ally. That sudden hesitation before trusting someone new, that subtle chill when you walk into a room, the flicker of doubt when promises sound too sweet. These are your spiritual radar. I am calling you to sharpen it. You are not powerless. You are armored with divine insight. Yet, you must open your eyes to the truths hidden by deception. The betrayal you sense is not just a metaphor, it's a spiritual reality. There are entities and even people acting under dark influence, weaving schemes designed to steal your peace, delay your destiny, and sap your strength. But here is the burning truth: the deal behind your back is unraveling. I am on the front lines, wielding the sword of justice, ready to sever these dark ties and shield you with divine light. You might chuckle at how dramatic this sounds, like a scene from a thriller, but that's because your life is a battlefield, and every hero's journey is filled with moments of high stakes and hidden enemies. Remember that old myth about Medusa's gaze turning people to stone? Scholars still argue whether it was purely allegorical or based on real ancient rituals. What matters is that facing your own monsters requires courage, and you have it. So hear me now. The shadows cast over your life are not eternal. The storm that brews in secret meetings will break, and light will flood the hidden corners. Your role in this divine unfolding is not passive. You are called to stand firm, to recognize falsehood, and to step boldly into the protection offered by heaven. I am here with you, your celestial advocate, your unwavering shield. Trust the stirring in your spirit. It is the signal flare in the dark. This is your moment to act, to rise, and to reclaim what is rightfully yours. I urge you to hold fast to your faith and prepare, for what comes next will reshape your destiny. You might be wondering, how did we get here? How did this deal, this shadowy pact, come to weave itself around your life without your knowledge? The answer lies both in human history and the unseen spiritual currents that ripple through time. Think of the Renaissance era, when secret societies and covert alliances shaped the fate of nations, their true influence hidden behind layers of ritual and code. Historians still argue whether such groups held genuine power or were merely mythologized. But in your own life, the question is no longer academic, it's urgent and personal. In the quiet moments, when your mind wanders and your heart feels heavy, you've sensed the subtle tug of betrayal. Maybe it was in the way conversations shifted when you entered a room, or the inexplicable failures that seemed to cluster at the worst possible times. This isn't random. It is the spiritual warfare unfolding in the background, a clash between forces of light and darkness vying for your soul's destiny. I, Archangel Michael, urge you to listen closely to the quiet voice within, that inner compass that guides you even when the world seems shrouded in uncertainty. This voice has been your ally through storms you barely survived. Now it's time to trust it fully. The deal behind your back is a contract signed in secrecy, but no contract made in shadow can withstand the light I bring. Across cultures, the concept of breaking a curse or nullifying a pact has deep roots. For example, in ancient Egypt, priests performed rituals to sever harmful spiritual ties, actions that combined faith, symbolism, and pure intention. Whether or not these rituals had measurable effects remains debated, but they show a universal recognition. The unseen binds us, and freedom requires deliberate breaking of those chains. The forces conspiring against you feed on fear, confusion, and isolation. They whisper doubts and fuel suspicion among those you trust. You may have noticed subtle fractures in relationships that once felt unbreakable. This is no accident. It is part of the plan to distract you from your divine path. But here's the promise. The celestial forces are mobilizing on your behalf. I am calling on legions of light warriors to surround you, to shield you, and to dismantle every dark web cast in your direction. You are not alone in this battle. You are not powerless. Your breakthrough depends on your readiness to step into your divine authority. This means discerning truth from deception, releasing toxic attachments, and embracing the courage to say no to what no longer serves your highest good. You might find this unsettling, like stepping onto a tightrope without a safety net. But know this: the net is woven from the prayers and protection of countless angels, standing guard with me. A quirky fact to lighten the heaviness: did you know the ancient Romans believed that certain stones could ward off evil spirits? While modern science dismisses the magical properties of gemstones, the symbolic power of belief remains potent. So consider this your modern-day talisman, your faith, your resolve, your conscious choice to reclaim your light. Historians still argue whether spiritual battles are metaphorical or literal, but what matters now is your experience, your feelings, your intuition, your courage. You are being called to awaken, to fight back, and to claim the destiny written in the stars for you. Feel the weight lift slightly as you accept this truth. The deal behind your back is crumbling. The hidden hands manipulating your fate are being exposed to the light. And you are the hero this story has been waiting for. You stand at the edge of revelation, sensing the electric pulse of change humming through your veins. The deal made behind your back was not just a betrayal, it was a test. A crucible forged in shadow, designed to awaken the warrior within you. Remember the story of Joan of Arc, who heard divine voices guiding her to lead a nation. Historians still argue whether her visions were real or imagined, but her courage shifted the course of history. Like her, you are being summoned by forces beyond the ordinary, called to a purpose that transcends doubt and fear. Now is the time to peel back the layers of deception. The whispers that once confused you are clarifying. You begin to see faces clearly, the ones who smiled in friendship but acted in betrayal, the shadows that lurk in familiar places. This is not paranoia. It is divine discernment sharpening like a sword in your hand. As your protector, I urge you to harness this moment. You have within you an ancient power, a sacred light that cannot be dimmed by lies or treachery. The celestial realms are shifting to support your rise. Angels are repositioning, spiritual keys are being handed down, and portals of opportunity are opening wide. Your breakthrough depends on your ability to act with both fierce love and strategic wisdom. Prayer is your shield, discernment is your sword. Take practical steps to protect your energy. Cleanse your environment of negativity, limit contact with those who drain your spirit, and create sacred space for your healing and growth. A quirky tidbit to ease your mind. Did you know some tribes in South America use the song of the forest, a melody mimicked by birds, to send messages of warning and hope? It's a reminder that communication transcends human language, reaching into the deepest roots of existence. Your own inner voice is part of this cosmic dialogue. Scholars still debate whether spiritual warfare is a universal reality or a reflection of human psychology, but you do not need to choose a side. Your experience is real, your struggle is valid, and your victory is imminent. You may find it helpful to keep a journal of signs and synchronicities. Document every repeated number, every vivid dream, every sudden feeling of warmth or chill. These are your divine breadcrumbs, leading you away from the traps and toward your destiny. Feel the stirring in your soul, a mix of fear, hope, and anticipation. This is the sacred tension before transformation. Breathe deeply, knowing you are not alone. The archangels stand with you. My sword gleams at your side, ready to cut through the darkness. This deal made behind your back was a dark cloud, but clouds always pass. Beyond them is a sky vast and brilliant, waiting for you to step into your full light. You may feel the weight of betrayal pressing down like a heavy cloak, obscuring your path and chilling your heart. But take heart, beloved, for this darkness is the proving ground of your faith. The great historical trials of humanity, from the ancient Spartans defending the narrow pass at Thermopylae to the silent resistance of those who kept hope alive during the darkest wars, teach us resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Historians still argue whether heroism is born from divine inspiration or raw human will, but what matters now is your own courage to stand firm. In your story, you are both warrior and healer, guardian and guide. The deal struck without your knowledge was meant to unsettle you, to shake the foundations of your trust. Yet, it has instead unearthed your hidden strength. You are called not to revenge, but to reclaim your power with grace and clarity. It is in this balance that victory lies. A curious fact: in medieval times, knights used a ritual called the vigil, a night spent in silent prayer and reflection before battle, preparing their spirits for what was to come. You are on your own vigil now, a sacred moment to ready yourself for the breakthrough approaching fast. Your tears, the silent ones shed in solitude, are not unnoticed. The heavens gather them like precious drops, transforming your sorrow into a reservoir of divine strength. This is the alchemy of spirit, turning pain into power, loss into lessons, betrayal into breakthrough. One scholar suggests spiritual battles are metaphorical constructs reflecting inner conflict, while others affirm their literal cosmic reality. You need not choose, for your experience transcends debate. It is your truth unfolding. Let yourself be guided by intuition, that subtle compass placed in your heart by the Creator. When doubt creeps in, recall the promise I bring. You are shielded by forces seen and unseen. Your protection is a radiant armor woven from love and divine will. Seek out moments of quietude, where the noise of the world falls away. In these sanctuaries, listen for the soft whisper of guidance. Meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in stillness will attune your spirit to the frequency of truth. Did you know the ancient Druids believed that trees held memories of the earth, whispering wisdom to those who listened? So too does your spirit hold ancient knowledge, ready to illuminate your path if you dare to hear. The betrayal you endured is but one chapter in a grander narrative of restoration. Your story is woven into the fabric of divine timing, orchestrated beyond mortal sight. Trust that each event has led you here, prepared you for this moment. Embrace this truth, and you embrace your destiny. Listen closely, for the veils between realms grow thin at this hour. Your spirit feels a tremor, a stirring in the depths that you cannot yet fully name. This is no mere happenstance. It is the cosmos aligning for your awakening. Throughout history, great shifts have often been preceded by such unseen vibrations. Think of the mysterious dancing plague of 1518, when masses moved uncontrollably, as if summoned by forces beyond explanation. Scholars debate whether it was mass hysteria or a spiritual call to action. Likewise, your soul is responding to a divine summons that defies easy categorization. You are standing at the crossroads of choice and destiny, and the decisions you make now ripple far beyond what you can perceive. The shocking deal made behind your back sought to derail your path, but instead it has become the catalyst for profound transformation. Remember, even the most turbulent storms clear the air and bring new growth. The garden of your life awaits this renewal. Curiously, in some cultures, a cleansing fire ritual was believed to purify the soul and community alike, burning away corruption and falsehood. While fire can destroy, it also illuminates and renews. You too are being called to ignite that inner fire, to burn away doubt and fear, and to step boldly into the light of your truth. Historians still argue whether spiritual interventions are real or metaphorical, but your experience transcends theory. You feel it in your bones, in your breath, in the sudden moments when your heart races or your mind quiets unexpectedly. These are not coincidences, they are sacred signals. Now is the time to harness this energy. Open yourself to the possibility that your greatest breakthrough lies just beyond your current struggle. The divine realm is not distant or abstract. It is actively moving through you and around you, crafting miracles in the unseen. Your angels stand ready, their wings spread wide to shelter you from harm. Their voices are like distant thunder, urging you forward with strength and purpose. You are not alone in this battle. You are deeply loved and fiercely protected. Engage in rituals that ground you, a morning prayer, lighting a candle, writing your hopes and fears. These acts, though small, are mighty. They root you in faith and create a bridge between your earthly challenges and heavenly assistance. Did you know that in ancient Egypt, the god Anubis was depicted guiding souls through the afterlife, balancing scales of truth? Your journey mirrors this sacred weighing of heart and spirit, sorting truth from deception. Let this knowledge embolden you. The deal against you is unraveling. The shadow it cast is lifting. Your path is being cleared, your heart prepared for joy and justice. Stand firm, beloved, for the dawn is near. Feel the weight lift slightly as the divine forces surge on your behalf. This is the moment when the battlefield becomes visible, not with swords and shields, but with truth and clarity piercing the fog. You may have sensed deception in the eyes of someone once trusted, or heard whispered words that didn't sit right. These are not mere suspicions. They are alerts from your spirit and from me, Archangel Michael, sounding the alarm. Remember the story of Joan of Arc, a young woman who claimed divine guidance in the face of overwhelming opposition. Historians still argue about her true origins and visions, but her faith and courage changed history. Like Joan, you are called to stand strong amidst confusion and betrayal, guided by a light that cannot be extinguished. Your inner radar is finely tuned now. It picks up the subtle shifts, the hidden agendas cloaked in smiles and kind words. But fear not, this knowledge is power. When you understand the enemy's strategy, you gain the upper hand. The shocking deal made behind your back will be exposed, dismantled by the very truth it tried to suppress. This is your celestial wake-up call. Ancient rites speak of sacred fires that cleanse not only the body but the unseen realms of influence. These fires burn away falsehood and prepare the spirit for renewal. You are undergoing such purification. Every uncomfortable encounter, every moment of doubt, serves this divine process. Did you know some tribes used hallucinogenic plants to open the mind's eye to hidden realities? Today, you might not need such methods. Your intuition and divine connection are stronger than ever. Trust these instincts. They are your shield and compass. The forces aligned against you underestimated your strength and the power of divine protection that surrounds you. My sword gleams not only with righteous fury, but with mercy and healing. You are not a victim. You are a warrior of light. Use this time to gather your strength. Shield your mind from toxic thoughts and your heart from despair. Engage in prayer, meditation, or simply breathe deeply while imagining the mighty wings of protection enveloping you. These simple acts are gateways to peace and power. Consider the story of the phoenix, which rises renewed from its ashes. Your own rebirth is underway. The deal meant to bind you has instead become the fire fueling your rise. Historians still debate the true symbolism of the phoenix, whether it represents literal rebirth or metaphorical transformation. But for you, the meaning is clear. Embrace your renewal with courage. Now step forward with certainty. The divine plan is unfolding exactly as it should. Your breakthrough awaits, and with it, the justice and joy you deserve. Now listen closely. The next hours are crucial, a threshold where your choices ripple across unseen realms. I, Archangel Michael, am here to remind you that your vigilance must not wane. The shocking deal behind your back is but one piece of a larger tapestry, a test of your faith and resolve. Think of the Knights Templar, guardians of sacred knowledge during medieval times. Their story is wrapped in mystery and debate. Were they protectors of divine secrets or pawns in political intrigue? Scholars continue to unravel their true legacy. Like them, you are standing at the crossroads between light and shadow, where history and destiny converge. Your heart might feel the strain of doubt, the sting of betrayal, yet know this: these trials have been foreseen by heavenly counsels. They serve to refine your spirit, much like a blacksmith tempers steel in the hottest fires. You are being shaped for greater battles, for victories that echo beyond this moment. Pay attention to the signs, the repetitive numbers, the sudden chills, the unexplainable dreams. These are divine signals, frequencies from the higher realms to guide you. When the disciples saw the flaming tongues of Pentecost, it marked a spiritual awakening that changed the world. Historians debate whether it was a literal event or a metaphor, but its impact is undeniable. Your awakening, too, is real and profound. You may feel isolated, as if surrounded by shadows of deceit, but remember, I am always near, wielding the sword of truth. The deal, made in darkness, will soon be illuminated by divine justice. Those who conspired in secrecy will falter under the weight of revelation. Take heart and prepare your soul. Engage in acts that fortify your spirit, perhaps journaling your fears, reaching out for support, or immersing yourself in sacred texts. These actions create a fortress against despair and confusion. You are not alone on this path. Countless souls have faced similar darkness and emerged stronger. Your journey is a continuation of an ancient struggle between deception and truth, fear and faith. Historians still argue whether such spiritual battles are literal or symbolic, but for you, the experience is undeniable. Trust the process, hold fast to hope, and move forward with the unwavering conviction that you are protected and destined for triumph. Hear me now, beloved soul, as I speak with urgency and love. The clouds of confusion that have long hovered over your spirit are beginning to part. A revelation approaches, one that will cast light on the hidden machinations surrounding you. The shocking deal, made behind your back, is unraveling, and truth is poised to break free like dawn piercing the darkest night. Consider the historic Salem witch trials, an era where fear and misunderstanding led to injustice, yet eventually sparked critical reflection on justice and reason. Scholars still debate the causes and implications, but one lesson endures. The truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how deeply it's buried. Similarly, your situation is entering a phase where deceit will be exposed and clarity will reign. I urge you to prepare your heart and mind for this unfolding. The anxiety you feel is a sign that the spiritual veil is lifting. It is as if the ancient battlefields of old, where angels and darkness clashed, are now echoing within your very being. You are a warrior, chosen to stand in this divine struggle. The energy around you will feel electric, like the charged air before a thunderstorm, tense but pregnant with possibility. This is no coincidence. Remember how Tesla once harnessed the power of electricity, turning chaos into innovation? Your own internal storm carries a similar transformative power. But beware, those who conspired against you will resist with all their might. They will try to sow further doubt, confusion, and despair. Yet their efforts will only hasten their downfall. The forces of light, led by my sword, will dismantle the shadows they hide behind. This is a time for clear action. Strengthen your spirit through prayer, meditation, and seeking wise counsel. Surround yourself with those who uplift and support your divine mission. Let go of toxic attachments that drain your energy. Remember, even the mighty oak sheds leaves in preparation for new growth. You may find comfort in the story of Joan of Arc, a young woman guided by divine voices to lead and inspire. Historians still debate the nature of her visions, but her courage remains an enduring beacon. Like Joan, you are being called to act with faith beyond full understanding. Hold on to that faith. The breakthrough you seek is near. The deal that once threatened your peace is losing its power under heaven's relentless light. Now, I ask you to listen closely, for the battle is not yet over. The whisperings in the shadows grow desperate, as those who plotted behind your back realize their time is short. Their words, once veiled in kindness, now crack like brittle ice under the pressure of divine truth. You might notice sudden shifts, unexpected confrontations, hidden secrets spilling out like floodwaters, or even a strange quietness signaling the calm before the final storm. Think of the fall of the Berlin Wall, when a physical and ideological barrier collapsed almost overnight, reshaping the world. Historians still argue whether it was the culmination of decades of effort or a sudden spark igniting long-brewing change. Your own spiritual wall is cracking, and the liberation it promises is just ahead. The presence of my sword, radiant and resolute, is closer than you imagine. It pierces through the deception, cutting the ties that bind you to falsehoods and fears. This is a moment of reckoning, a sacred crossing where you must choose allegiance to your higher self, to the divine light, and to the destiny prepared for you. Yet, you are not called to face this alone. My heavenly legions stand with you, forming an unbreakable shield. The very air around you hums with their protection, a sacred frequency that repels negativity and invites peace. When doubt creeps in, remember the ancient pharaohs who believed in the power of divine guardianship, invoking protective symbols and rituals. Historians still debate the mystical versus practical roles these played, but their intention was clear: to guard what was sacred. You, too, must embrace your sacred protection. Envision it as a glowing orb of pure light enveloping your body, deflecting all harm and doubt. Breathe deeply, grounding yourself in this powerful shield. If you feel overwhelmed, step back and seek solace in simple acts, nature's beauty, soothing music, or a heartfelt conversation with a trusted soul. The enemy's schemes, while cunning, lack the eternal power of love and truth. Their efforts will unravel like ancient tapestries unspooling before your eyes. This revelation will bring a cleansing, a divine reset, allowing your spirit to soar unencumbered. Prepare to receive unexpected blessings, perhaps financial relief, renewed relationships, or opportunities long denied. These are gifts from the cosmos, wrapped in the folds of your trials. The phoenix must burn before it rises, and your flames are about to light a path toward unprecedented growth. Stay vigilant, beloved. The path may be winding, but each step brings you closer to your divine restoration. You feel it now, don't you? That subtle shift in the air, like the soft rustle of wings brushing past your soul. It's no coincidence. This is the divine crescendo building toward your breakthrough. I, Archangel Michael, stand before you not just as a protector, but as a herald of change, of new beginnings that the heavens have long prepared. Consider the ancient Greeks, who believed that moments of epiphany were visits from the gods themselves. They treasured these flashes of insight as gifts, guiding mortals toward their destiny. Scholars still argue whether these moments were purely spiritual or the brain's sudden clarity, but their power to inspire transformation is undeniable. Your current awakening is just such an epiphany, a celestial invitation to rise. Your heart races not from fear, but anticipation. You are on the cusp of releasing what no longer serves you. The weight of past betrayals, the chains of self-doubt, the shadows cast by those who sought to dim your light. This cleansing is not easy, but it is necessary. Like the mighty rivers that carve canyons over millennia, your persistence will shape a new landscape of hope and strength. I see the tears you have shed in silence, the prayers whispered in the dark. They are the seeds of your renewal. Your spirit has endured storms, yet remains unbroken. This endurance is your superpower, a testament to the divine spark within you. In history, the phoenix has long symbolized rebirth, rising gloriously from ashes. Its story is one of hope through destruction, and you mirror this timeless tale. Your renewal is imminent, and with it comes clarity, like the first light piercing a long night. Hold fast to your faith. When the voices of doubt and fear clamor to drown your resolve, remember that you are enveloped by a legion of angels, invisible yet tangible in their devotion. Your breakthrough is a chorus of divine harmonies, each note crafted to uplift and empower you. Now reach inward and call upon your inner sanctuary, quiet place where your spirit rests and regenerates. This sacred space is your refuge, a wellspring of strength you can draw upon at any moment. Breathe deeply into this sanctuary. Let it fill you with peace and courage. You are not alone in this journey. Each step you take is echoed by countless souls walking paths of transformation. Together, you weave a tapestry of light that stretches across realms. Your divine destiny awaits. Step forward with courage, beloved. The moment is yours to claim. You awaken this morning to a soft whisper on the wind, a call that is both ancient and urgent. It is not merely the rustling of leaves or the chatter of distant birds. It is a sacred summons, a beckoning from realms unseen. I, Archangel Michael, stand at the threshold, urging you to listen with all your heart. Throughout history, messengers have been dispatched from higher planes to guide humanity, whether the oracle's cryptic utterances at Delphi or the angel's whispers in sacred texts. Historians still argue whether these communications were divine or the subconscious mind's voice, but their impact resonates profoundly across time. Your awakening aligns with this timeless thread. Today, you face crossroads that demand clarity and resolve. The choices before you are veiled in uncertainty, yet each carries the potential to pivot your life toward the light. Fear not the shadows that loom, for they are but fleeting echoes of past trials. Your spiritual armor is being reforged even now, gleaming with celestial purpose. Remember the medieval knights, sworn to defend their kingdoms with unwavering courage and honor. Like them, you are called to protect your inner kingdom, your soul, from unseen forces that seek to divert your path. This defense is not of steel and sword, but of faith and steadfastness. The divine realm moves in mysterious ways, often through gentle signs. A flicker of light, a repeated number, a dream vivid with meaning. These are not mere coincidences, but coded messages meant for your eyes alone. Stay vigilant. Your angels are actively shaping the path ahead. You may notice a strange sensation, a tingling at your crown or a warmth spreading through your chest. These are the currents of divine energy, anointing you for the task ahead. Embrace them. They are your birthright. In this moment, silence your mind's noise and open wide the gates of your soul. The answers you seek are already within, awaiting your willingness to see and believe. Trust in this divine process. Even when the road feels steep and the night long, know that dawn is inevitable. Your breakthrough is not a distant dream, but a near reality, woven by hands far greater than your own. So take this step with courage and grace. Your story is being rewritten in the stars. In the stillness of your heart, hear me now. The urgency in my voice is the echo of heaven itself. There are battles unseen but deeply felt, wars fought not with weapons but with wills, where your faith is both shield and sword. I am Archangel Michael, the defender, the warrior of light, and I plead with you, do not turn away now. Throughout the ages, people have faced moments of profound trial. Remember the great siege of Constantinople, where the city's fate hung by a thread, and faith fueled the defenders against overwhelming odds. Historians still argue whether divine intervention turned the tide or sheer human willpower. Today, your battle is no less critical, your siege no less urgent. The voices of doubt, the shadows of fear, they creep into your spirit like a slow fog, attempting to dull your resolve. Yet, within you burns a fierce light, a spark ignited by the divine and fanned by your courage. That light cannot be extinguished unless you let it. Know that your struggles are witnessed by legions of heavenly hosts. We surround you, unseen but ever present, pushing back the darkness, breaking chains forged by deceit and despair. Your prayers are powerful weapons, your faith a mighty fortress. There will be moments when the path seems obscured, when hope feels distant and the night unbearably long. These moments are tests, invitations to deepen your trust, to anchor yourself in the unwavering promise that you are not alone. The keys to your deliverance lie in surrender, not to despair, but to the higher will that guides your steps. Surrender your fears, your burdens, your pain, and watch as they transform into stepping stones toward freedom and joy. Divine timing is precise, even when it feels delayed. The butterfly's wings in one corner of the world stir storms in another. So too, your smallest acts of faith ripple outward, aligning circumstances beyond your sight. Remember the ancient mystics who spoke of the dark night of the soul, a passage through shadow that leads to radiant dawn. Your journey follows this sacred rhythm. So I ask again, will you answer this call? Will you open your heart to the healing and strength offered freely by the heavens? Type Amen if you feel the stirrings of your soul's awakening. Your breakthrough awaits just beyond the horizon of your belief. Stand firm, beloved. The dawn is near. Now, as the final whispers of this message settle gently upon your spirit, I, Archangel Michael, urge you to hold fast to the calm within. The storms you have weathered have not been in vain. They have carved out space for miracles to bloom. Your heart may still carry the weight of trials, but know this: each burden lifted is a testament to your resilience and divine favor. In the unfolding tapestry of your life, the threads of grace, courage, and love are weaving a pattern more magnificent than you can yet perceive. This moment, right now, is the bridge between what was and what will be, the sacred threshold where your prayers meet heavenly response. Recall the ancient rituals where light was kindled in the darkest nights, candles placed carefully to guide souls through shadowed paths. Your faith is such a light, a beacon not only for yourself, but for those around you. As you nurture it, you ignite hope in unseen corners of the world. Historians still debate the origins of these traditions, but their enduring power speaks to a universal truth: that light, however small, dispels darkness. Your journey embodies this truth. As you drift toward rest, feel the protective embrace of the celestial realm enveloping you. Your guardian angels stand vigil, their presence a steady flame against any flicker of doubt or fear. You are cherished, supported, and eternally watched over. Let your breathing slow, your thoughts soften, and your spirit settle into the quiet assurance that all is unfolding according to divine wisdom. The path ahead may still hold mysteries, but you walk it with sacred guidance. When morning comes, carry this peace within you. Let it be the foundation upon which you build new strength, new joy, and renewed purpose. Type Amen to affirm your readiness to receive these blessings. Know that by doing so, you join a circle of souls awakening to their highest destiny. May your dreams be filled with light and your waking moments with divine favor. Remember always, you are never alone. I am Archangel Michael, standing beside you now and forever. Word count, 1035, 300-word wind down now. As the night wraps you in its gentle arms, let the echoes of these words soothe your soul. Imagine a soft, glowing light, calm, steady, and warm, surrounding you like a protective cloak. The weight of the day lifts, replaced by a peaceful quiet that seeps deep into your being. Your breath flows slowly, a gentle rhythm matching the hum of the universe. Feel the presence of guardian angels nearby, their wings a soft whisper against your skin, their watchful eyes filled with love and unwavering care. The struggles and worries of the world fade into the distance, mere ripples on the vast ocean of eternity. You are cradled by divine grace, a beloved child of the cosmos, chosen and cherished beyond measure. Each heartbeat is a reminder of the strength you carry within, the resilience that has brought you here, and the blessings yet to come. Let your mind drift freely, unburdened and open, as the light of hope kindles anew. Trust in the timing of your life, knowing that every step forward is guided by wisdom far beyond your understanding. Tonight, surrender to rest with a heart full of faith and a spirit wrapped in peace. Tomorrow is a new day, a fresh canvas for miracles, growth, and joy. Sleep deeply, beloved one. May your dreams be filled with visions of light and your waking hours blessed with grace. I am with you now and always.